Hey, what is up guys, MKBHD here, and welcome to an Ask Me video. So this is the fourth one. I've done a couple of these before, and I just asked on Facebook and Twitter just to ask questions of what you guys want to know about, and a lot of you guys asked them. So I'm going to be answering some of the more popular ones and some of the more interesting ones. Now right off the bat, I know a lot of you guys have noticed that this is not a normal shirt that I've worn in videos in the past, and I get a lot of questions often about just what shirts I wear in videos. 90% of the time, it's an Ultimate Frisbee jersey, so that's just because I have so many of those. And then the last 10% of the time is just some whatever cool shirt design I found somewhere on RVCA or Amazon or something. Now, adding to that is going to be MKBHD designed shirts. This is just the first one. This is a very basic looking MKBHD logo, a little bit of an interesting design. And you can check out the first link in the description to get this exact shirt in black or red. I'm gonna be designing random ones based on like what I think is neat at the time. It's not always gonna be an MKBHD logo, but it might be some text, or it might be some collaboration stuff with other YouTubers, other tech stuff. There might be some awesome phones or whatever. Whatever happens, it's gonna be a pretty sweet tech looking shirt. And these are actually the same company that made the Tesla shirt that I've worn before. So pretty quality stuff. I like this design, but every single one of these is going to be a limited edition run of that design. So they won't make these forever, but you can get this internationally until they stop making them. And that's it for the t-shirt stuff. All right, so how has your Ultimate Frisbee team been doing lately? All right, so I play for a couple of teams. I haven't actually fully explained this ever on video. I play for a club team called Garden State. That season hasn't started yet. That's like a summer thing. I play for a pro team called New York Rumble. That season starts in 2 weeks, and I might as well put their link in the description below. That's hopefully going to be great. And then I'm currently playing right now for my college team, which is sort of in the middle of the postseason right now. And so far, we've won our section 2-0, and we're moving on to regionals for sort of the Metro East. That's gone pretty well too. Hardest thing to explain about technology to someone from 50 years ago. 50 years ago is a long time. If you think about it, the internet as a whole wasn't really a thing 50 years ago, and just the entire concept of an interconnected virtual world would probably be the hardest to explain.
Allison, can you explain what internet is?
Will the quantity of videos you do increase after graduation? If so, by how much? Actually, I want the quality of the videos to increase after graduation. Right now I'm making videos, and the hardest part about it for me right now is that it's split up making videos in between like classes. So I might shoot a video one day and then shoot the rest of it the next day after class, and then edit it that night after another class. And it's so broken up and discontinuous that it's kind of hard to maintain focus or like a goal or an image for what I want it to be. So I feel like having a bunch of continuous time in a row to work on things will help make the videos better. And I guess inevitably there will be more stuff to work on, but not having to go to class every day will certainly free up a lot of time. What manufacturer does not currently make smartphones that you feel would make an interesting one? That's a really interesting question. I actually, immediately in my head, I went to car companies like Porsche and Lamborghini, but they actually already make a Lamborghini phone, so that's not really an option. And then I went to Tesla. Tesla doesn't already make phones, but they do make like a giant touchscreen interface, and they're software engineers and they can build that stuff. It's not the most beautiful or smooth interface in the world, but I wouldn't put it past a company run by Elon Musk to build something pretty impressive. Sharp announced a 4K 5.5-inch phone screen with an 806 pixels per inch. Do you think it's necessary? Well, no, it's not necessary. And just like when we had 720p phones, 1080p phones are not necessary. 2K phones are not necessary, but they're beautiful and they're pushing the limits of technology, and I can't really say no to that. I love it. Now, as far as content goes, you'll be able to use your phone's interface and probably watch some videos and look at photos in 4K, but past that point, it's going to be sort of pushing the boundaries for a limited return right now. You can't even watch YouTube videos in 2K on every 2K phone, but I do like the idea of being able to see basically no pixels from a basically zero viewing distance. This also has great applications for VR. If you put a phone with a display like that in a VR headset, it's going to look a lot better than even a 2K display does now. So necessary? No. Beautiful and potentially extremely awesome? Yeah. Your thoughts on the M9 Plus? All right, so I published my HTC One M9 review a couple of days ago, and like 1 day later, HTC announced that in China only, they're gonna have a slightly larger version of the M9, kind of like the M8 Max from last year. and it's going to have a home button with a fingerprint reader. It's going to have a bigger, better battery. It's going to have updated internals and a 2K display and all these other interesting things that we would have liked to have seen in the M9. And everyone got all mad and stuff about it, but I don't really think that's that big of a deal. It's also not that unusual for other companies to pull off in these markets where bigger phones are much more popular. Do I wish it was coming to the United States so I could use it? Absolutely. I might even try to import one and might review it and see if it's worth checking out, but for now, I'm not even that mad. It's just kind of an interesting thing. Will you be buying the 8K Dragon from Red? Short answer, yes. My order actually is already in. Now, it doesn't start off as an 8K camera. It's a new body for the version of the camera I'm shooting with now, which is the Red Epic Dragon, and a lot of you guys know I've been shooting on this camera for a little while now. It's the carbon fiber version. And then you get an 8K sensor upgrade at the end of 2015 or sometime in 2016. So my name's on the list to be among the first to get that. And it's not just the 8K sensor that's awesome, it's also bigger than full frame, and it's also the huge dynamic range and the color science and the RAW and the frame rates and the smaller, lighter, thinner body that makes this camera so much more impressive. But yeah, that's what I plan on upgrading to. So yeah, that's about it. I do also want to give some device updates because some things change, and since the last time I've showed a lot of these devices, they're a little bit different. First of all, the HTC One M9 got a big update for the camera that everyone's been talking about and wanted me to re-review the phone because I spent a lot of time talking about how low quality this camera is. I reviewed the international version, my silver M9, which you saw with no branding on it, had that software before all these US phones are getting the software upgrade. So my review unit and all the photos I took on it already had the new camera software. So yes, it did get better from how dull it looked before, but what you saw was what everyone's getting now. The Nexus 6, which I keep putting my SIM card back in for some reason and enjoying so much, got the Android 5.1 update, and it feels like a new phone. It's a significantly faster, smoother, and more fluid experience. And I like this a lot more now that it has this update, and the battery life is even better too, so good for that. And the Samsung Galaxy S6 and S6 Edge, this is the Edge, my reviews on that are coming soon. So like I said, I have a lot of class I've been trying to get through the last couple of weeks of class, which is great, but I haven't had time to put together my review of it. Now, I am actually now in the shooting stage, so I'm making the video reviews of these guys as we speak. Like as you watch this, I'm probably shooting. So yeah, stay tuned for those. They're a little bit later than I thought they would come, but they're coming soon. Also, this is the D brand skin. It's carbon fiber, and it looks a lot better than the blue on the back of the regular S6. Sorry, Samsung. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching Ask Me V4. We're looking forward to reading and answering your comments below. If you guys get this shirt or the black version, tweet me a picture of it, and I'll retweet my favorites. And that's probably about it. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.